The Miami Dolphins pulled off a much-needed victory on Sunday, a win that might not have seemed earth-shattering at first glance, but let's not downplay it. This was against the San Francisco 49ers, a team that, even in an injury-riddled state, demands respect. At the start of the season, this matchup had the potential to shape playoff seeding and reinforce the Dolphins as a contender. While the stakes weren't quite as dramatic this time around, don't be fooled into thinking it wasn't important. If fate and football align, this Week 16 win could be the lifeline Miami needs to sneak into the postseason. Miami's offense found its rhythm, and honestly, it was refreshing to watch. The team didn't just show up, they executed. Tua Tagovailoa looked comfortable, completing 22 of 34 passes for 215 yards and a touchdown. It wasn't flashy, but it was efficient, and for a quarterback who's been under intense scrutiny, that matters. Without Jalen Waddle on the field, there was a question mark hanging over the passing game, but Tua answered it. He leaned on tight end Jonnu Smith, who delivered 6 catches for 62 yards, proving to be a reliable option in crucial moments. Tyreek Hill had a quieter game compared to his usual explosive performances, managing just 3 catches for 29 yards and a touchdown. Even so, his presence forced San Francisco's defense to stay honest, which opened opportunities elsewhere on the field. The real offensive star of the game was Devon Achane. The rookie put on a show, rushing for 120 yards and a touchdown on 17 carries while adding another 70 yards through 6 catches. His 190 total yards from scrimmage showcased a level of dominance Miami fans had been waiting to see. This wasn't just a good performance, it was a game-changer. Achane brought energy, decisiveness, and a level of versatility that gave the 49ers fits all afternoon. On the defensive side, it was a battle. The 49ers came into this game with weapons, and they used them. Brock Purdy threw for 313 yards and 2 touchdowns, completing 65% of his passes. George Kittle and Deebo Samuel were problems for Miami's secondary all day. Kittle racked up 106 yards on 8 catches, while Samuel added 96 yards and a touchdown. But here's the thing, the Dolphins' defense bent, but they didn't break. Early on, San Francisco managed to score on 2 of 5 drives, but Miami found its footing as the game went on. The second half was where things shifted. A missed field goal by the 49ers gave the Dolphins some breathing room, and from there, the defense clamped down. They allowed just 1 touchdown in the second half and made critical plays when it mattered most. Kader Kohou's interception was a pivotal moment, and the defense's ability to force a turnover on downs in the closing minutes sealed the win. Special teams played a massive role in this victory. Jason Sanders was perfect, hitting all 5 of his field goals, including a long 54-yarder, and converting both extra points. That's 17 points from the kicker alone, more than any single player contributed on either side. In a game this close, that level of reliability was essential. Malik Washington had a solid kickoff return for 32 yards, though his punt returns were less impactful, totaling just 15 yards on 2 attempts. Punter Jake Bailey wasn't called on much, but his 58-yard boot was a highlight, pinning the 49ers deep when it counted. Coaching deserves plenty of credit for this win. Mike McDaniel's game plan was sound, and his decision-making reflected a steady hand. The Dolphins played smart, staying disciplined on both sides of the ball. McDaniel's choice to prioritize field goals over risky fourth-down attempts paid off, even if it might have felt conservative at times. Late in the third quarter, with a 4th and 1 at the 15-yard line, he opted for the field goal rather than going for it. While that decision allowed the 49ers to close the gap on their next drive, Miami stuck to the plan and regained control in the fourth quarter. This win carries weight beyond the scoreboard. It's a testament to the team's resilience and potential. The Dolphins remain alive in the playoff hunt, though their path is narrow. Even if they win out, they'll need help from other teams to secure a spot. But regardless of how the season ends, this game showed what Miami is capable of when everything comes together. Beating a team coached by Kyle Shanahan is no small feat, and doing so with both strong execution and composure speaks volumes about where this team could go. For Dolphins fans, this victory offers something that's been hard to come by in recent years: hope. It's a reminder of what this team can achieve when the pieces fall into place. Tua proved he can command the offense without all his weapons. A chain delivered the kind of performance that could define his rookie season, and the defense stood firm when it mattered most. This wasn't just about staying alive in the playoff race, it was about showing the league that Miami can compete, no matter the circumstances. This team isn't done yet. They're fighting for more than just a spot in the postseason. They're fighting to prove they belong among the league's best. And with games like this, who's to say they don't?